Hello everybody and welcome back to Railroad Tycoon 2. We've got our penultimate scenario of the main campaign, Dilemma Down Under, obviously taking place in Australia in 1957. Out of the bonuses here, the best one, they're all actually okay, but I'm going to go with the minus 20% fuel cost, as that will really add up over the course of an entire playthrough. The credit rating can be good for getting an extra bond, maybe, or cheaper bonds. The minus 25% engine purchase is also quite good because the engine prices are pretty substantial at this period. But yeah, I think the fuel costs are the way to go. So without further delay, let us begin. Australia is lagging the post-World War II economic boom. If you can modernise the rails, you'll be doing the nation a favour. If you can monopolise the rails, you'll be doing yourself a great favour. You will not be able to quit as chairman of your company nor lay track that does not connect to someone else's existing track. That obviously is your own, really. Everything else is your decision. By the end of 1982, you must have earned an annual profit of $1 million or more for 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row for the bronze. For silver, do it by 1977. For gold, 1972. So that gives us about 15 years to have 3 consecutive years, that's consecutive, so we can't have a gap in between them, of 1 million or more. So this is where industry comes into its own, and to be honest, this scenario, we're going to need industry anyway. So yeah, regardless. Alright, let's go. I want to have a little look at what we've got here and see if it's any good to start with. It is fine. I had one already saved. That's unfortunate. This is not as good as I was, as the one I had already loaded, but that's fine. We'll make do with this. We've got... I'm tempted to load the one I already have. When I did a little trial run, I didn't even actually get started. I just sort of had a look at the map and thought, alright, I know what I'm doing. Give me one moment. I'm going to load a different seed of this. Right, check out this one. It's marginally better, I think. You've got a bit more going on over here in Darnick, and in Ivanhoe you've actually got more houses. We've got the grains. We've also got the aluminium mill, which is really nice. We can take it down to Darnick. See, this is much better. Yeah, I realise a bit cheeky, but maybe the distance would be better, actually, if we had to go up to Tridor here. But I'm going to use this seed because I like it. Also, there's a bit more going on down here, too. We also have this cannery, which could be really useful. Get the aluminium going down there. Possibly set up another rail going from there, Ivanhoe down to Mildura. We get the food going, we can take that food to Broken Hill. So we've got 4 houses in Broken Hill, so we do have passengers there. We've obviously got wool going over here, so we'll take all of that wool over here to the textile mill. We'll then take all of that up to Ivanhoe, is the plan, essentially. We've got 700k in profit. Not profit, in in money. Can we issue a bond? We can. We can issue stock. I think we will do that. I need to make sure I don't get bought out myself. Obviously, I do have... this ain't bad, is it? My stock price is looking rather nice, but I'm going to just keep issuing shares like that. Train-wise, we have my beloved GG1, but we're not going to be able to use that. The one I like the look of is probably... Actually, this F9, because it's very flat. Very, very flat. This is quite a bit faster. It's a bit more expensive to run, but if we can get by a little bit quicker, I think that might be more valuable. It's a good percentage faster. And for some small routes, we're going to be using this E69 because it's dirt cheap to run. We can get, for instance, when we get produce, maybe going from over here to Mildura, probably get a station going there. I'm loving all the bauxite here because what we can do is get a little circuit going, possibly. Darnick might even expand once we start supplying it with aluminium for goods. We might get a 4th house going there, which would be really nice. Alright, you always get the 2 wool here at the sheep farm, that's fine. Are there any grains on the map out of interest? Some, but quite far away. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do about further expansion down the line. There's not many houses there. Dubbo is pretty good. We can only connect to our own track, so we can't stake our claims. The other railway networks are going to do whatever they're going to do. There are 3 of them. One in Brisbane down here. That's Sydney, sorry. Brisbane, Ipswich, they'll expand, they'll do their thing, they'll do their thing. Yeah, okay. Right, let's begin, shall we? I just want to double check. This is very flat, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. Here we go. That was a top tip given to me. Well, thank you very much for this. We can sort of see the gradients of the map, as it were. Yeah, you can sort of see how hilly it gets. Doesn't change colour, but you can sort of see the lines adjust a little bit easier. But I think that GP9 is good though. It's a bit cheaper to run as well, but we've got the reduced fuel cost, so maybe we just take advantage of that and we go for speed. So let's have a little look here. We'll wait until this gets to wool. And we'll take that to Broken Hill. We'll probably go passengers, mail, 2 goods. Alright, very good. And make sure it's not on electric track, but instead get it up to Ivanhoe. That's where we're going to go. Just want to make sure before we do that, is there anything we can do? There's nothing else we can take down here. That just is what it is. I do like this bauxite there. Get a tiny train going there. I think that's a must. Surely that's a must, yeah. I think that's the way we're going to go here. Let's keep that flat. Yeah, perfect. This is perfect. Look at this. There's loads of passengers. Can't reach station. Do you know what? Change of plan. You're just going to take all these passengers to there. And then you're going to go up here. Possibly take 3 of them. Maybe even 4. Maybe even 4. Yeah. Yeah, that's so the way to go here. This will just get us a nice boost of cash whilst we start, you know, stacking up on some wool there. But look at that, 300 odd K that'll give us. Okay, with that in mind, let's start thinking about a teeny baby train. Oh, we have to connect it, don't we? Yes, yes, of course. There it is. Electric train track down here. I guess like that. Maybe we just do it like this. Actually, this should be fine. Hang on. That's it. There. And here. That's it. Lovely. Right. Are there any closer together? Not really, but that's fine. So yeah, obviously this scenario is going to rely on a lot of industry. We've got no debt at the moment. I'm going to keep the bonds there like it is. Electric track being cheaper, fuel cost, steam being cheaper. This is not worthwhile. That is, because I'm going to be buying an electric train, so that will actually pay for itself very quickly. I'm very lucky we got all those passengers and mail. Yeah, don't be afraid to restart this again and again until you get a seed you quite like. You want to get off to a decent start, I would say. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm liking... It's interesting there's some iron there. If we can get a steel mill at any point... All the way over here. Yikes. That I don't know how we're going to do. But that's for future. Future me to worry about. Okay. Broken Hill. Broken dreams. I don't know. Okay, there's nothing we're taking from... Oops, from here. There's bauxite there. We get a large station, we can actually sort of take that down here, take the bauxite up as well. That is some food for future thoughts. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, right, now that we've done this, let's quit down here. Let's go with that. You're going to take all 4 of those up to here. You're going to go 1 passengers, 4 goods, all the way over to Ivanhoe. From Ivanhoe, where they're going to take 1 passengers back down to here. Or are we taking the bauxite? No, that's what we're doing. Yeah, I guess so. Let's let this get started. We've got the train. We actually need to sort of get this one going now as well. So you wait until you get 1. Take the bauxite over. And there it is. That's it. Don't take anything back. Just be like that. That's it. Very short service. I'm wondering as well. We do have the full works here, as in roundhouse, water, sanding, though we're not using steam in this scenario, to be honest with you. So it's not really a big deal. Getting just 1 train along here would be ideal actually as well. So there we go. So we've got some aluminum there, which means obviously we're going to be placing a station here. So let's go ahead and do that. I get a large station. I kind of get rid of the need for here. I'm still going to use it though. Yeah, I'm still going to use this. Ash. I think so. I think I have to. You are set to red. Yep, you are good. So if we get way too much wool going over to Broken Hill, something we can actually do is go over, make a line going up here to Milpranica, I suppose, so we can actually get even more wool going down there. That's kind of ridiculous, actually. That's just a silly amount at this point. Yes, so much industry. This really is the industry scenario. So I should like it. Right. Stock split 4 for 1. Still have access to a bond, obviously, if I want to go for rapid expansion, but I want to do this at a very measured pace. I do not need any money like that is. I will pick up some stock just in case I get somebody tries to do me one. And I think from here, we're going to say no to Mendini. You're going to go there to Ivanhoe. Right, from Ivanhoe, there's a lot of passengers. That's a lot of passengers. I want those. Okay, but we can't do that. Instead, we're going to take 2 of these, I think. Does anywhere else demand aluminum? Our beloved aluminium. Probably. Definitely get some bauxite going along here. More of it, that is. Right, anyway, we're going to Darnik, and we're going to say... Yellow flag. Sell only demanded cargoes. Leave the other ones on the train. You're going to take those. You're going to go goods and wool. We may be doubling some of these up, actually. There's passengers there as well. Shouldn't I just be like... I think I might just do this manually for now. And go for loads of passengers going back and forth. It would be the most efficient way to do it. Boom times ahead. Very efficient way to do it. So efficient, I think I really want to get a train line going up this way. Roughly how much will that cost? A single track line? $1 million. Oh, that's electric, that's why. Huh. I was going to say, no thanks. Only 300. Once we get this one in, take out a bond, build a large station, we can take wool and passengers down. I don't think I need the wall at the top there. I think we'll get by with just 2, to be honest. But yeah, we'll just get loads of lines going down there. This is the way to do this scenario, I think. Like I say, we need $1 million in profit each year. All these small industries, like, well, they barely produce maybe 20,000, so we're going to need, like, quite a lot going on here. I wonder if any of this is profitable yet. This bauxite mine is soon to be profitable. This is going to be massively profitable, this textile mill. Okay, co-op farmer Wallace Smeal of Dirabandi has offered to double wool production in the immediate area for the next 4 years if you connect the town of Dirabandi to your line. Yeah, like, literally, just give me a moment, mate. That is exactly... Oh, I thought that's not Dirabandi. Where's Dirabandi? Where is it? Is it down here? I love that name. Warrnambool. How Warrnambool is that? I don't know where Dirabandi is. I thought that was it, but it's not. Now it's up there. Does have a meat packing plant though, and we have some cattle somewhere way down here, I believe it is. There. Iron, bauxite. Do you have anything extra? No. Got milk though. I'm liking the 2 grains there as well. There's a lot of opportunity here. But right, we're going to micromanage this though. Okay, that is excellent. What have we got down here in Ivanhoe? Yeah, you know what? For now, could you take the 2 goods? Yeah, right, here's the plan. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, the 2 aluminium. The Darnik. Only sell the demanded ones. Switch these out for a couple of goods, probably. In that case, make this... Yeah, make it that. Might as well take all 3. Like this, and then take a wool as well. Make sure that's correct. Nope, that's not it. Darnik, yeah, that's it. So the idea is we'll convert some goods, we'll take some more so we've got something from Broken Hill to take back. And I think that'll probably do. And then from Broken Hill, it's going to be like passengers, goods, stuff like that. Yeah, so we're going to get a good bit of money here. Right, pause. I would like to issue a bond, and already it's a fairly... we're getting under 10% rate on it, which is really nice. We're still going to go with diesel trains, I think. Do I really want... I do want this large station, actually. Yes. That is connected to everything, right? Yeah. Other than that one wall up there, but I don't think we need that much. We've got bauxite, though to be honest, I'm much better off doing something like this. Can I get all three? No, it's 2 or nothing. If we do that, we've got aluminium. We can then take that aluminium. We'll probably just send it all the way down to Darnik, to be honest. Darling Darnik. But yeah, there's a really good line here, both with passengers and... oh, this is just fantastic. We'll go for another F9. So from here, I'm going to go passengers... passengers, double wall, Broken Hill. Maybe not too much, actually. I might even, in fact... just, yeah, hang on. Take the mail, take the wool. There it is. Go for a caboose so it doesn't break down. Right, lovely. GP18, which is an even better version. Very good reliability. I like that. That's a nice compromise train, actually, compared to the F9. I kind of wish we just got that. That's what I'm driving at the moment. 6952. Oh, that's good. Ah, that's a better train. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Right, what have we got here? Lovely. Couple of 100k each time. Okay, I think I want to have a train that is dedicated to just sending some wool from here across to Broken Hill, so that we can get a consistent supply of goods kind of going back to everywhere. That does seem like a smart thing to do, actually, but I'm loving the passengers here. It's just too valuable. Oh, Broken Hill, flyer broken. Broken goods. There we go. Or was that damaged goods I'm thinking of as the expression? Alright, what have you got down here? Yeah, take one of each. Go back modest for now, but we will stack up on some more goods down the line. And how are you doing for oil? You're halfway. You'll actually... we don't need to build any other infrastructure then. That's good. Oh, that is good. Over here, we're going to build that GP18. That's just going to go back and forth. It's going to be a lesser priority train. It's going to take 3 each time, maybe 2 each time? Maybe you start off by taking a lot, and then from Broken Hill, nothing. That's it. Yeah, let's do that. Right, we are also going to need to buy some of these things here. That is actually quite a must. Wow, look at that thing go, by the way. I mean, speed 3, it's still super fast. Good. Okay, what are you taking from up here? That is... yeah, you see it's gone completely the other way. There's hardly anything there now. So we'll go... as a regular train, we'll go 2 passengers, 3 wool. From Broken Hill, you're going to take... probably 4 goods. Yeah, guess so. This is pretty nice. Right, pause. We need to purchase this, because that's lucrative. You're also lucrative. You're going to be probably quite lucrative soon as well, actually, but maybe not consistently enough, potentially, is what I'm worried about there. You're very profitable. Can we actually... you know, because we're so... issue some bonds. Yeah, let's issue a bond. Let's pick... oh, I need to pick up these industries before somebody else does. Oh, and we're going to need to double up this track, aren't we? Yeah, that's a must. Okay, I've doubled the track up. I'm also going to go ahead and add another service that does the Broken Hill Ivanhoe run, as it were. So that's the way we're going to do this. Take a tiny bit of wool. We've got those goods. It just puts the aluminium to work as well, so we are doubling that up. Go for those GP9s as well. What are you? You're at Broken Hill waiting for cargo. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be taking all of this. Take 3 goods. That's that. V200, not interested. Thank you, but unload that and then reload it. Once you're ready. Yep, there you go. Just take some goods back home will do. It is very congested around here, especially with what's going on down here in Menindee, but that is what it is, I suppose. You're still waiting for cargo. You should not be full. You should be like this, half full. That's the thing we need to do here. Go like this. Make a few adjustments. And take loads of goods home. That's it. Are there multiple trains doing that? Nope, that's fine. How's this one looking up here? Okay, I suppose it's good enough. Yeah, that'll do. You're taking goods back. This is going to be gushing cash. And this is going to be very lucrative as well, so we need to make sure we get enough money to buy that very, very soon. I'm going to have some trains going from here up to there at some point as well. In fact, I might actually... Have I issued some stock? I have already. I'm going to issue another bond just to pick this up now. Like I say, businesses are paramount to success in this run. Didn't realize these guys were all sort of bunched together. That was not my intention. Oops, I kind of messed that up. Oh well. Also, this train is actually a lot faster than that one. Right, let's have a quick look at how we are doing. Profit, 774, although I think that includes a bond that was issued, potentially. I might be wrong on that, actually, but so far we're looking really quite good. Quite impressive start here. Okay, let's observe maybe some more businesses. 55,000 there. Lucrative farms. I think we'll pick up both of these because they are going to be well utilised. Over here, how about the tool and die factory? That's going to be very utilised soon. Maybe the end of next year I pick that up. This bauxite mine is profitable. The aluminium hill is profitable. That's going to be further, improved profitability next year as well onwards. This is congested enough, I would say. Rate wars on airfare heat up air traffic. Alternate transport see a loss of riders. Ridership down 20%. So that's gone from 0.5 down to 0.3. That's not so good, is it? So I think we're going to have to change the whole Ivanhoe situation. Ivan go now, isn't it? Alright, let's go with 2 aluminium. And we'll go for a caboose. And that's fine, that can have a caboose. Okay, very good. Need to make sure I change both trains in that respect, so... what's this? This is going to be down like that. 1, 2, 3. And from here, that's... Nope, sorry. Passengers... goods. That's... Alright, very good. That's it. Alright, I've got a secondary bauxite train going here. Going to take it all up to this aluminium mill. We've got a lovely town all the way down here. Moulong, I believe it is. We probably want to connect down here. There's actually some passengers on both sides here. We won't have access to many, but the main thing is the tool and die factory would be really nice there. Alternatively, we could sort of cut across and maybe take it to somewhere like Griffith. Although there's, again, not a lot of passengers there. We obviously have Mildura down here. Wasting a bit of money on the track maintenance there, though. That's the downside of it. Speaking of which, shouldn't I really be getting rid of all of this? Yeah, there we go. It's something, I guess. Right, let's have a little look at what managers we have available now, because we should have some better ones. Station overhead is... company overhead is 20% higher, but station building is cheaper. Station revenue is higher. We're not really going for station revenue. The station building's nice, but... We'll just take this for now. Okay, very good. And how much are you going to take at a time? Probably 2 at a time, I would say. So, lovely. You are now supplied. You have got all sorts going on here. You're not... Don't know why I thought you were connected to the aluminium mill, but you're not. That's kind of a shame, so I'm probably going to have to build another station here, which to be fair is fine. I don't mind building one out here. That kind of goes along. We can also take the wool as well from the sheep farm to somewhere else as well. Dubbo, look at this! That could work. Actually, that really could work, couldn't it? Got grains there. We can supply it with food. This might be the best way to go here, and we'll get quite a lot of profit as well. Okay, we've got no oil there. I'm going to need to do something about that. That's a fast train, isn't it? I've managed to make this last a long time, so this is my first bit of infrastructure I'm actually building. We've really managed to utilise what was already there. So, well done us, I suppose. I'm going to have to go ahead and build a roundhouse here at some point, so let's do that now. That's fine. And there we go, more bauxite. So we're going to need about 1 million to get down to Dubbo, or Dubo, whatever you want to call it. I like Dubbo, that's a funny name. Yeah, we'll probably build the station going down this side so it's all nice and straight. I think it's all largely flats. It really does look it. So yeah, somewhere like here. Looks pretty good to me. We'll also have a small grain service as well going between these two. Probably a little electric train of low priority. And we'll probably have 2 trains going back and forth. And that could end up being the scenario, dare I say. Wouldn't be crazy to think that could actually be it. We also want to buy these 2 bauxite mines as well. I have gone ahead and picked up the tool and die factory here, because that is getting used. I also think I need to replace this train as well, because it's not matching the other train, obviously. So that could be a bit of an issue, but let's go ahead and pick this up. So near the end of the year, we'll get a bit of extra money for that as well, because that will be profitable now. And yeah, we've built the station here. We've got wool. Yeah, Dubo or Dubbo. I'm going to say Dubo. That sounds nicer. Oops, need to buy that quickly. There we go. Good. More money. Alright, annual report. Another 750,000 in profits. Very steady. Very, very steady. I like it. Right, the question is now, let's have a little look at our finances. This is not my company. That would explain why I can't do anything. Any different managers? Train speed being faster, you say. Track building being cheaper, you say. Fuel costs being cheaper on electric trains. I'll take that. Station building higher sucks, but to be honest, the track building being 15% cheaper, then we can switch over to the faster train speed. This might be the year where we go a bit bonkers. Issue some stock. Issue a bunch of bonds. Hello. Yes, first of all, let's refinance completely. Alright, let's issue another couple of bonds. I need about 1.5 million, I reckon. We've got 2 million. Oh, wow. Oh, this is huge, guys. This is absolutely huge. Right, let's take a quick look at this. You're lucrative. I need that. I'm going to take that then. Yeah. You're good, but you're not lucrative, are you? So we'll leave you as it is. Oh, look who's got a tool and die factory. Well, you're not taking any more passengers. You're just taking... Oh, I'm going to have to build another station up here, aren't I? Yeah. Yeah. I didn't want to do that. And I'm going to have to... This is really expensive, I know. But I can't have that being in there as well. Yeah, we'll go with this. There it is. Right, where is Broken Hill? Up to Milprinka Junction. Do not take any passengers. Instead, just take 3 and 2. And that's it. That's your lot. In fact, probably just 2. Probably 2 and 3, actually. Yeah. Okay, that's really nice. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, they are buying up my shares. See, this is where I've got to be very careful. That's a lot of shares man just bought. I don't want to buy on margin, but I just need to be aware that I could get taken over if I'm not sensible here. I'm going to go for the steel bridge. And then how much to Dubo? It's quite a lot, isn't it? There we go. About 1 million. How much was station building? Was it more? Station building is higher. We've built all the track that we need. Let me just double check how this is looking. Pretty nice. Let's go ahead and improve train speed then. Yep, there we go. Lovely. So all the trains are 10% faster. We could have worse fates, couldn't we? Also, are these profitable? They are. Oh, this is fantastic. Yeah. Right, economy cooling, so we're going to be making a bit less money over time, but that's okay. We'll manage. Okay, we've now got a little grain supply going here, so we're going to go ahead and put 2... Oops. Put this on yellow. 4. Back here. And nothing. Lovely. So we're going to have these 2 grain supply... Sorry, silos... Sorry, grain... Yeah, grain silos supplying this bakery over here. Electric track, little electric train, cheap to run, and should be very effective. We're going to need to build the full infrastructure here in Dubo for sure. Roundhouse, sanding tower, you name it. Do you need a sanding tower yet? You still don't. You're very low though, so you're going to need it soon. Probably anyway. Probably a good idea. In fact, let's do that now. Where is it? There it is. There we go, that should be fine. Just in time, really. Okay, we can build this first GP18. I think I'm going to do this right now. So let's begin, shall we? So from here, we have no passengers, unfortunately, but we're going to take 2 wool. And that's probably it. I hate to say it. Maybe we'll take 4 wool on this first one. We might micromanage this service a little bit. And from here, you're going to take passengers and 4 food. Or goods. No, goods and food. Sorry, 2 goods. Probably 1 goods? Yeah, because then we can maybe take the goods to somewhere else. Would be quite a good idea. I'd love to get the iron and coal down here. I might make a separate station and then we'll have another service that goes all the way, perhaps down to Gosford or something, Newcastle. There's a lot of passengers there available. That could be very profitable for us. I like the look of that. Let's have a look here. So, oh wow, that's not bad. Not too bad. It's quite a distance it's covering, but it should be fine. Okay, we actually made a loss this year, but apparently so did everyone. So bad set of years at the moment. Again, we need to do this by 1972, so by about 1968 we need to have all of this going tried and true, really proper. But that aluminium mill is nice and profitable. How are these sheep farms? They're saying they're profitable at the moment, but we'll have to see. This train has almost made it with, yeah, good amount of oil and sand actually. It did a pretty good job. Alright, roundhouse sanding tower. Get that going here. We've got a lot there. The wall is going to go in there. It's got priority over that, so that's really nice. Economy crashes, but we've got enough cash to get us through. That's the main thing. As long as we have enough cash, we should be fine. Apologies for the loud noise outside. That just be the way it is. I might actually go double... No, I'm going to go free food. Yeah, we are indeed going to do that. And also, from here... God, there really are no passengers, are there? Nobody wants to travel by the rail. Oh, okay, I guess we'll go 3 here. You don't demand any aluminium? No. We could take some aluminium down here and get something going. That is always an option. That is very nice, given the fact that we're in a recession as well. That's very promising. So going back up here, you've only got 3 wool. Didn't take you very long to make this journey. Maybe 1 train is enough. Let's evaluate how long this service actually takes to run. Okay, this is about month 6, so it's a bit... yeah, it's going to go into October. But then it's going to be quicker going back the other way. That's the only thing. Suddenly we have loads of passengers and everything available. Okay, well now we're talking. Let's really ramp this up. We are going to double up this for sure. I'm going to have to, don't I? Oh, look at that double passenger. That's going to be extremely profitable. Hopefully, look at that. Again, in a recession, this is really nice. This should be our biggest one yet, though. I have built the necessary infrastructure here, as you can see as well. Yeah, 510. You've also got no sand, apparently, so I need to go ahead and throw that sanding tower on here now. Got by as long as we could. There it goes. Okay. 1 point... Did you see that? 1.2 mil, that is our first year done. If I can now double up, we might be able to do this now, if we're a little bit lucky. We're also going to go ahead and quickly pick these up. We're going to need that. You're lucrative. You're all lucrative. You're all very profitable. You're lucrative. Everything is just looking fantastic right now. Free wool going that way. Looks good to me. Yeah. That's kind of the perfect amount, I reckon. Since this is going to be the case, we're going to go and just make it 2 wool from now on. But we'll take free food back and the 1 goods as well. That seems like a swell idea, I reckon. Could take some aluminium, like I say, take some aluminium down, but then there's only... That's one tool and die factory, but we've got a very good thing going on right now here. I'm also going to need to double track it up at some point, but let's get this going. Very good. Okay. Have you got 2 wool yet? You do, but you only have... we're going to do it anyway. The one... You only have 1 nail there. Alright, let's throw this in for now. Let's get this going. So, take some more down. And then we'll switch maybe it out for... Yeah, you know what? That's fine. One of them can have mail anyway. That's fine. Right, we also need to double up. Make sure it's not like that. Probably get it going from this stretch here, I reckon. That's where they're most likely to meet. Alright, it's December 64. We're under 1 million. Boo! That sucks. We really need to come out of recession. The interest rates are still 11%. Is what we'd get on a bond, and we're a profitable business as well. So, not great, if you ask me. But these are going to be more profitable. That bakery's going to be very profitable. What about this? Yeah, you're lucrative. I figured you would be, because we've got stupid amounts of aluminium, I hope, going down there. 113,000. Have you seen that? That is crazy. How are you looking here? I've got 30. That's me, right? 31,000. So John Forrest. Yes, that's fine. We'll buy that slightly on margin. I'll get paid enough to make that irrelevant. How are you doing here? Pretty fine, actually. That's okay. In you come. I think from next year onwards, we should be very profitable. Now that these are coming in. Come on. There we go. Very good. That's quite a lot. Let's double up the bridge here, because they could end up meeting. So, up this entire stretch. There we go. Right, that's looking nice. We also want to get a service going. Well, only 1 wall there. Yeah, that's fine. Let's get something going. I want to go down to here. How are we doing? 2.1, 2.1. That looks good. Yeah. Down to Newcastle. Perfect. I didn't think we'd make this connection this easily. Where's all the passengers? Hello, does nobody want to travel? Apparently not. Okay, get another train going, and at least we've got something else moving. Okay, something we're going to start doing here is... We're actually going to switch this to yellow, get rid of this, and we're going to send some aluminium down as well. And you'll see why soon as well. Let's do that. Probably go with this, that, yellow... There we go, because we're actually connected to this tool and die factory here, so we can actually get goods going back from Newcastle, which sounds like a really interesting idea. 2 goods and a food there. How are we doing profit-wise? We're over 1 million. Okay, let's see if we can get the streak going again. How are you doing? You're looking fantastic. All right, let's do this, shall we? Let's see if we can get a 2nd year. We'll go from... Dubo will take all of these. We will micromanage this route for now. We'll do that. Do it like this. In fact, so we don't need a second one. Let's go passengers and a mail. Done. Okay, there we go. And take them away. Right. And eventually we're going to take some aluminium over, and we'll be able to take some goods back. That should work really nicely. Okay, sorry about the cut there. It actually crashed. In fact, it actually crashed. And I didn't make a single save, so I've had to do the entire thing again. I've kind of streamlined it a bit more, making a few minor changes, like we didn't go for the bauxite here. I kind of rushed to get over here. I also cheated with the electric track cheat as well, and I think we're pretty much done. We're about to have what I believe is 3 years of massive profits. So let's see if we're done, with many years to spare. We've not moved any aluminium over here, basically, but we're just basically going a bit higher on the food. So there you go. I think this is my 3rd year over 1 million in profit, so let's see. Nope, apparently not. We have 1 more. Okay, that's interesting. What I might do then is look at paying off a few of the higher debts. I hope these guys can make it in time then, within a year. They should be able to, actually. No reason why they can't. So yeah, that should be no problem. I think at the end of this year we're done. We are basically done. So, very good. Yeah, pretty straightforward scenario once you get past the initial phase, I would say. But because I quite like focusing on cargo anyway, it works quite well, actually. We'll go ahead and we'll pick up this textile mill as well, because that will be extremely profitable. But yeah, we had a really good seed. Like I say, don't be afraid to restart it, you know, at the very beginning, if needs be. But I didn't really like this seed. It's pretty good. You always get those wool, and I believe you always get the textile mill, and I think you always get 4 houses here, 4 houses in Ivanhoe, so you should always try and make that connection at the beginning, I would say. Our mill prinker is a very good place to extend to, and we got a very good seed there as well, with lots of wool as well about. So everything kind of complemented each other, and then making the big track across here just gives you those massive boosts to your profit, essentially. As you can see here, I mean, 400k a piece is pretty good. Got a train going to and from Newcastle as well. This just basically specialises in taking a bit of food, really, so we might as well do that like that. There we go. Take a bit extra. It's really all about this year. Should really have gone 5 food and just sort of like smashed that, I would say. But that's okay. Not a problem at all. Okay, here it is, the end of this year. I believe one of the main reasons in which we got very lucky was because we didn't have a recession, actually, in this redo run, but we did it with years to spare. That was awesome. No dilemma here. The land down under is on top now, and they have you to thank. Yes, we'll stop privatising your rail.
Great job, Down Under. I'm impressed, and Australia is forever grateful. Now for the impossible.
Is it impossible? It is a bit of a toughie. Cape to Cairo. That will be our final scenario, or final mission of the original campaign of Railroad Tycoon 2. So until next time, that's it. Yeah, thanks for watching, and see ya.